And a late trip of the 10-pin.
Come on.
And we talk week in and week out about ring-in 10s and weak 10s. Watch this. This is kind of in between the two. 6 goes to the wall like it's going to lay there, and the head of the pin chops the 10 out.
Sometimes when you're on that roll, every break goes your way, and you can see the confidence really hitting a peak now with Walter Ray. We've seen him enough on TV to know. 7th time he's been on this year, but looking just for his 2nd title of the season. On fire, Walter Ray Williams Jr. 5 strikes in 6 frames in this game. He has got a huge 50-pin lead over the amateur Jason Williams. He wants to take on Brian Smith in a rematch here at the Masters and win another major championship. He's on his way.
ABC Masters. Well, you saw Neil Burton take out his brother and Mark Roth. Well, that was old school. We're going to show you some new school with Jason Williams. One of the unique things that he does that all your top players on the tour are doing, look at that step. Open. Go ahead and roll. 4-step, open. What does that do? Well, it creates the hip. It gets the hips to open up and creates that right to left hook. Now, this is the same old school. Watch this, which I think is perfect, especially for a big guy. Look at the height of the backswing. Every player on our telecast today has very compact lower backswings, essential for making good shots on a tough lane pattern.
This week's Dexter approach and Jason Williams. 27-year-old will be married July 27th. His fiancée Colleen is here. They're to be married in Vancouver, Washington. Honeymoon plan still up in the air a little bit. They've got some options.
Well, it maybe all be predicated on how much money he makes.
It could have something to do with it. Again coming in high and leaving 3. Colleen McMahon is Jason's fiancée. Father Floyd here as well. There is Floyd watching son Jason in action.
Excuse me, Dave. This is Jason's 3rd Masters. He's also bowled in 3 U.S. Opens, and he bowled the tournament in Tacoma 2 weeks ago.
Didn't do as well there as he has here, certainly, in Tacoma. His goal to become PBA Player of the Year someday. Win a major. Well, he could win the major as an amateur.
He also dedicated this tournament to his longtime friend, Herb Engel. He used to drill his equipment. Unfortunately, he passed away right before the Tacoma tournament. It's a little heavy heart, but a lot of incentive for him this week.
Bottom of your screen, how some of the other PBA bowlers have fared, including Brian Gobler, who won last week in Medford with an 8th place finish. Much different format, though, here at the ABC Masters.
Jason plans on coming out on the PBA Tour in 2003 and 4, and that's when I plan on retiring. Because this kid's going to be good. Don't fool yourself.
Walter Ray looking for a 4-bagger. A strike here. He's got a 60-pin lead. Dominance looking for the finals. Make it 60.
Wow, big shocker. Walter just being Walter can strike out for 279. Nothing he does anymore, Dave Ryan, surprises me.
But are you surprised, Randy, he's only won 1 championship this year?
Yes. I'm not surprised that he's made 7 telecasts this year.
Done very well in arena earnings as well. Right up there with Bob Learn Jr., all-time best in that category. He leads just about every single category. Chasing the great Earl Anthony, though, for total wins, he's 6 shy. He wanted that 8.
And that's the only way you're going to stop Walter Ray right there, Dave.
7th appearance on TV. How consistent has he been? Of course, in the Geico Classic, up in Tacoma, saw Norm Duke roll a 300 game in the semifinals. Norm eventually lost that one to Devaney.
Well, he's had a 300 shot at him. The flash camera incident.
Oh, how can we forget that in Albany?
I mean, you know, a couple things go his way. This guy could have easily won 4 times already.
But he doesn't seem bothered by the fact it's only been 1 win. We've asked him all year long. He knows he's been consistent. The goal is to get himself in that top position That came in high again, almost crossing over.
And
a 3-pin up there. Talking to himself about the lane.
It looks 2 feet sooner.
Yeah, it's a great experience for Jason. He's worked really hard. He's bowled some big stuff. You know, he knows how to bowl, but experience of this kind is priceless. Going against a guy like Walter Ray, this venue.
Today, 4 o'clock Eastern, Randy, 3 on the West Coast. Join ABC Sports for a one-of-a-kind figure skating event free from rules, regulations, and judges. With the gold medalist, Sarah Hughes, America's Best, taking to the ice in the Chevy Skating Spectacular. Today at 4 o'clock Eastern time, 3, though, on the West Coast. On ABC Sports. Getting some help with a 6'10". He's doing a little flex with the TV cameras.
Well, it's a little too late for this kind of stuff, but nice when it happens anyway. Walter Ray Williams Jr. needs 2 pins. And he will bowl Brian Smith for $100,000 in the ABC Masters title.
He never likes to get a split, even though he's clinched the match. That's what a perfectionist Walter Ray Williams Jr. is. He's advanced to take on Brian Smith and wrapped up at least $50,000 for 2nd place, but you know he's gunning for the top prize.
Right. You know, the interesting thing about what he just did there was Tim Chris, PBA champion, is out in the truck, works in the truck for us during our telecast. Told me, he said, Randy, the one thing you want to watch for during the show is 4-9s. He said players left more 4-9s this week than anything. Well, there's the first one.
Back on target. The TV pair lanes 19 and 20 here at the stadium in Reno. A fantastic facility. We will fast track to the end. Jason Williams has been defeated. Walter Ray Williams Jr. with the family and friends watching in person will try to go for another major championship. He's got 3 already in his career, but never a Masters.
Right now, Walter Ray trying to fine-tune it. That match against Brian Smith, I think it's a fair bet that Brian is going to be playing very similar line to Walter Ray.
Those are 3 majors he's won. Would love to add the Masters to that list. Since the best he's finished here has been 9th in the past. He's got 2nd wrapped up today as he knocks off Jason Williams, and I think we're going to hear a lot more from Jason Williams after he becomes a regular member of the PBA Tour next year. He's planning on signing up full-time for the tour after he gets married in July. Next season, we'll see Jason Williams go for plenty more big championships, including the Masters next year. But right now, the moment belongs to Walter Ray Williams Jr. going for another major. He'll take on